Thank you, Jeff. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Shareese Pryor, and I'm honored to be one of this year's recipients of the Ruth Goldman Award. Congratulations to my co-honoree, Ami, and those receiving the Abner J. Mikva Award. Thank you to the ACS Chicago chapter, the members of the organizing committee, and the members of the Goldman family. Thank you to my family, particularly my mom, Sandra, cousin Dorothy, and Uncle Timmy, who are watching virtually, and my grandmother, Dia, who joins us in spirit. Thank you all for supporting me into becoming the woman and attorney that I am today. It is a source of great pride for me to receive an award established in honor of Ruth Goldman, who was known for her tireless advocacy for women, her unrelenting pursuit of justice, and her commitment to the public interest. Who I am as an advocate and attorney has largely been shaped by strong women like Ruth Goldman, who seek to leave our society better than how they found it. You see, I was raised by my mother and grandmother, attended a women's liberal arts college, and have, for most of my career, worked at organizations led by women, received mentorship and guidance under the supervision of women, and have been member of legal teams of all or mostly women. As a result, I've had the privilege of seeing and experiencing firsthand the power of women to improve our own lives, our families, our communities, and the world. One woman who profoundly impacted my approach to legal advocacy was Cheryl. She was Black, in her 50s, and sought legal aid to fight an eviction. Cheryl was the sole caretaker for her adult son, who had severe physical and mental health disabilities. With the eviction, they faced losing the home that they had lived in for decades and the public housing assistance that allowed them to afford it. We worked together for months, developing a litigation strategy. On the day of trial, at the urging of the judge, the defense offered what I would describe as reasonable settlement terms. At first, Cheryl was adamant that she wanted to continue with trial. After much conversation, she ultimately agreed to settle. Cheryl later confided to me that she regretted not having her day in court to explain to the judge what she and her son had had to endure. It bothered me to think that in trying my best to advocate for her, I had failed to preserve her ability to use her own voice to advocate for herself. This moment underscored for me that a person's experience in our legal system means just as much, if not more, than the outcome. This is particularly true for those of us who sit at the intersection of multiple identities, race, gender, ability, economic status, who have been marginalized and oppressed by inequitable and unjust legal systems. It is important to me that as an advocate, I am mindful that my own voice does not overshadow or overpower the people and communities I serve. I carried this lesson in my work negotiating and overseeing the implementation of the consent decree to reform the Chicago Police Department. One of our greatest accomplishments is that community feedback is embedded throughout the provisions of the agreement, and that the decree specifically requires community participation in the implementation and enforcement of its terms. This belief continues on with me in my current role at BPI, where I work in partnership and coalition with impacted individuals and communities to develop policy solutions to decrease the footprint of our criminal legal system, which disproportionately has disrupted the lives of Black and Brown individuals and communities in our city and state. I am committed to amplifying the voices of people and communities who have been ignored or quieted, demanding space for those left out of decision-making tables and rooms, serving as a translator to help others understand and access cumbersome legal systems and structures, and fighting alongside Black and Brown communities to challenge and dismantle inequitable systems, policies, and practices. I hope that I've held true and will continue to live out these principles going forward. Thank you again for this award.